Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like a lot of you are not following my Twitter, so make sure to go follow my Twitter. The description below, it's at LegsEthan on the screen. Go ahead and follow it. I will be doing a lot of giveaways in the future, so make sure to go follow my Twitter and subscribe if you're new. If you guys want cheap, reliable, and fast MT, make sure to check out U4MT. Link in the description. Use my discount code LEGS for 5% off. Enjoy the video. Yo, what's good, boys and welcome back to another video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little quieter today. Feel me? We're in a different space, different area. Obviously, as you can see by the background, we're dealing with interesting lighting setup. This is fucking so stupid. This is the stupidest shit ever, bro. Like, the lighting is stupid. Clearly, wondering, I'm in Vermont right now. I'm here for another week, so a lot of the videos are gonna be basically just like this. I'm gonna be speaking a little quieter. Obviously that would make sense. I can't even see myself in the camera right now, so it's a really ghetto setup right now, I'm not gonna lie, but fuck it, boys, we in here now. Obviously 1st of July, it's actually the 2nd of July today. There's obviously a new player of the month, that is this new Galaxy Opal, Michael Beasley. Now obviously this player of the month is insane. This new Galaxy Opal, Michael Beasley, bro. I'm hyped. Like this might be the first one that I'm really gonna go for, considering like there isn't a lot of like super good. I mean, there's a lot of good small forwards, but like, I don't know, man. It's Michael Beasley. If he was a point guard, you already know I'd be on him. But he is like a shooting guard, small forward, and there's already like a ton of good shooting guards. Like I already have Wade, I already have Paul George, LaMelo, and T-Mac. I mean, what more would I do? Durant and Zion. I'm not gonna replace him. I mean, low-key, he might be better than Durant, but I don't know. This card is really good from what I hear. He's got a 94 3, he's got a 98 consistency, 97 mid, 95 speed. 97 driving dunk, solid car, bro. Hall of Fame badge. I mean, I'm assuming they gave him everything. Yeah, I mean, they gave him Deadeye, they gave him quick draw range extender. I mean, they gave him everything I expected. If they gave him that Hall of Fame D-Fades, this would be an insane card. But this card is already super good. Now, obviously, in order to get him, it's not going to be that easy. You're going to want to, I'm just going to give you guys a bunch of different ways to go 12-0, the best ways in order to win most games in my team, you feel me? And yeah, just a couple ways for you guys to do this. Even if you don't have a super good team, especially, I think this is going to help. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, the way that I do things, and a good way to just like go 12-0 is literally just start up like a budget account, a budget like team. Basically, if you had like an MT to spend, or maybe you already don't have a lot of MT to spend and you already have a budget squad, I would actually go ahead and build one yourself. Maybe creating a quick little diamond team or a quick little pink diamond team. Maybe I'll use this new LaMelo. I'll use some of these new cards, honestly, because the new cards are like almost budget cards, but they're also like solid cards. Maybe Michael Red. I would probably just use an Opal, and then at center use another like Opal center, and then the rest of the team literally just make diamonds and amethyst. The way you're gonna basically do this is basically, the reason is because you're gonna be matching up against players who obviously aren't as good, and you're gonna be playing, like, usually, obviously, sometimes you'll match up against some solid players, but a lot of times people with worse teams are gonna be worse players. It's usual like that. If you have a really good team, you're more likely to be a skilled player, unless you're playing against some scrub who really just spends a lot of money on the game, and, you know, like me, basically. But obviously this is like the best way, in my opinion, to just build a squad, build a lineup like this, build like an amethyst / diamond lineup, but then don't forget to include Opal, like at least 2 Opals at the center or the point guard, or like the small forward or something. Make sure it's like a center, Galaxy Opal center, and then like a Galaxy Opal like scoring guard, and then the rest just fill up with diamond budget cards that can play good defense. Off the bench, literally just make all bronzes. Again, you're just gonna be matching against players who are just not as good, and it's just gonna be much easier to win games. Now, for coaching, bro, this is important. People don't realize, I genuinely don't think people realize how important coaching is, bro. Nick Nurse, for instance, this man gives everybody a +5 3. Obviously, everybody on my team can already shoot threes, but this just makes it that much better, bro. It's insane. Giving it +5 3, +5 mid-range, even +5 defense, I think, on some of these cards. It's just important, bro. I have, for instance, a diamond Nick Nurse. Obviously, nowadays you can't add badges to players, which like makes things a little more difficult, especially if you're running a budget team. So in order to fill up those spaces that you're missing from the shoes or from the badges, just buy a coach, bro. These coaches are way more cheap this year. They used to be super expensive. These diamond coaches are like 10K. Like last year, bro, I think Steve Kerr was like 50K, bro, like for most of the year. Like now he's like 16. But like, bro, these coaches drop in price a lot. And make sure to like fill up, like use a coach that fits your play style. If you have a more defensive play style, maybe go with Greg Popovich. If you're more offensive, go with Steve Kerr. If you shoot a lot of threes, Steve Kerr, you know what I'm saying? If you play defense, it's almost like a shooting Brad Stevens. You want like a mix. It's just every coach in the game is gonna be able to fit to you the way you play. And that's, in my opinion, super duper important. Last thing in the Myteam like section, make sure Bucks playbook, in my opinion, is the best playbook, and you'll find out why in the near future as soon as we get into a game. But the last thing I'm gonna do is just go into a freestyle and show you guys some little stuff. All right, so basically the first thing I do when I get into a game, and this is like important, or even before I get into a shot, because bro, I swear to you, these like 2K servers are on and off always. Anyway, turn off the shot meter. For those of you wondering, bro, it's a difference. It makes a difference. The only time I would keep it on is if you're trying new players. But if you already know your player's jump shots pretty well, bro, keeping it off is probably the move. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This shit goes in way more. I think it even goes in more if you white too. If you're a type of player who greens a lot of shots, definitely turn it off, bro. If you're like more of a casual, you don't play as much, I mean, I guess keep it off, but I don't know. I'm more of a casual player. Like I'm not playing every day, all the day, and I keep it off because I feel I get more greens. I feel I make more shots way easier. And also, bro, go into a game and like the servers are so up and down. So just like check the timing and everything. I mean, put your settings, put your like your game style at superstar, and just make sure you're able to like, you know what I'm saying, just score, just take some shots to get used to the game, because bro, this game is up and down, man. It's annoying. Just make sure that it's way more important than you think, trust me. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the next section, obviously if you made it this far in the video, bro, and you're not subscribed and you haven't liked the video, you're low-key dead to me. I'm not even gonna like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm really out here working on this budget-ass fucking computer setup and you guys aren't subscribing? Come on now. I could've just taken the week off, but I'm not about that life, you feel me? I'm gonna get into a domination game, show you all the settings and all that good stuff, but again, you're like halfway through the video, you might as well subscribe right now. I mean, you might as well, right? So for settings, I would just go ahead, go over here, obviously make sure that your shot meter is turned off because a lot of times it likes to turn it off. Defensive, these don't really matter this year, but I just like doing them just in case, do all that. Offensive settings, in my opinion, the best freelance is either, definitely not the 3 out. It's either 4 out, 1 in. I wish you could use it, unfortunately you can't with this. But I would usually, honestly, just run a 7 seconds. A 7 seconds just makes it so your players don't do stupid random cuts. It's really annoying when they do. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about too. But it's important, I think, just a quick way to do things. And yeah, I mean, let's get into the next section of the video, boys. So day 1 tips, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what I do on defense. I actually usually run a full court press depending on the player. If I can tell that this player is not gonna be very good, maybe by his team or by his, I don't know, the way he plays, just right off the bat, I usually run that. For offense, I honestly, position play calling, this is where the Bucks playbook comes in handy. You're just gonna wanna go over here. There's a bunch of little 5 out offenses. It basically just pushes everybody to the side, making it kind of easier. Obviously, Wiseman kind of like to stay at the center, just like to stay in the paint, which honestly isn't too bad of a thing, but it still does give you a pretty solid ISO. Again, you're just gonna wanna go there, and then you wanna go to ISO 5 out, and it just basically just spaces out all the players on the court, making it easier for you to attack the basket and kick, or just get a quick ISO and create a shot. On defense, as you can see, they're actually already running a half-court press, which is really nice. Basically what that does, obviously, it's kind of self-explanatory. Just makes it easier for you to like stop players and like get inbound steals especially. I mean, and I feel like, bro, I don't know, maybe you guys like don't relate to this, but in my opinion, inbound steals are so frustrating in this game. Like they are ridiculously, like look how it pushes, it just puts pressure on your opponent. I would literally just go to the center and just like press the fuck out of them, because I'm telling you, there's nothing more annoying than somebody getting an inbound steal on you, I swear. Anyway, boys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like, subscribe if you're new. If you got it through all the way to the end, there's no point in not subscribing. I don't know why you're not. It's annoying. But yeah, boys, thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, peace the fuck out.